Hello, hello. This is Hannah from Spiritual Jelly. I felt called to do an energy healing, a reading to tap into what's going on. When I look at the readings that are going on in the collective, it's all about divine masculine, divine feminine, and divine masculine still isn't coming in yet. And speaking up to the divine feminine and telling her how he feels. Divine masculine is still suffering from his abandonment wounds. And he is just unable to face the feminine, worried about whether she is going to accept him for who he is, whether she'll even answer when he tries to communicate. I am just bloody, like I've had it up to here listening to this. It's just been over and over and over again. Oh my God. And so, truthfully, I'm experiencing some of it myself. Not some of it. I have been experiencing it. I'm just so over it. So I figured the best thing to do is to jump in the middle of it, right? And see if we can move some of this energy. I know we can move this energy for the collective. So it's not just about me because we're all connected, right? So hold on one second because I feel a sneeze coming on. Nope. There we go. All right. That was a good clearing. Now, I literally felt guided to pull out all of the decks that I have here, so I'm just going to go with it. Let's see. Excuse me, where that leads us today. Okay, first, I feel like the air element is coming in to speak its truth. And it is all about healing the abandonment wound. I'm picking up on why can't I get to her? Why can't I see her? What is holding me back? Is it the mother wound? Is it the feminine wounding from this lifetime, from other lifetimes? Perhaps it's both. Perhaps it is shame and embarrassment. Excuse me. And not believing that you can be accepted as you are. I have had it with people, and I've noticed there's a lot of people who are wounded. And I'm not saying I've never been wounded or that I have wounds that I still work on, but I have noticed that in other people that when they are working on their wounding, there is something about being wronged and apologizing. And I have always said it's one of my big things is, I've always been about apologizing if I do something that perhaps I feel I shouldn't have, or I didn't like the way things turned out. And it's like, I'd rather face that and be brave, because as soon as I do that covering of shame peels off of the heart. And I love it, actually. So it's interesting that I find so many people petrified of allowing that to happen. So anybody who's feeling into that, I'm just going to send out some courage and bravery. And we're seeing what is on the other side of apologizing to someone and saying, I really didn't like the way I did that. Maybe I could have done that differently, or I definitely know I needed to have done that differently. I'm really sorry I hurt you. I know I hurt you. Even using the words, I did something wrong. Like, what happens when you say that? Does the world come to an end? Perhaps. Perhaps in a past life, when you admitted to doing something wrong, you were freaking beheaded, right? But we are in this lifetime right now. So if you still have things that are playing out from other lifetimes, you have got to work through it. You have got to get over it. Okay, the next one I'm getting is the water element. So, definitely go on my website, spiritualjelly.com. Book a session. Let's see where all the wounding is coming from. Past life, this lifetime. What the big deal about facing what you've done is. I don't think it's a big deal. I face myself all the time. And I am aware that some people out there don't feel that same way. And that's okay. As long as you know where you're at, if other people feel like, no, you've done something wrong, and they are flat out sure of it, look at what's going on for them in their life. Look at the way they are feeling. And that will show you where they're at, right? So if other people are sitting in low energy and they are insisting that you have a problem, I wouldn't worry too much about that. Because a lot of times, again, those people are sitting in their own wounding. And instead of facing themselves, they want to point fingers at you. Because everywhere they're saying you are wrong, likely there is something in that where they have abandoned you and done something wrong. And I do want to bring that up with the whole abandonment thing, which seems to be extremely prevalent right now in the collective, something that we are obviously clearing out because it just keeps coming up over and over again between the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and really it starts inside you, right? Because everyone has a feminine and a masculine side. And if there are things that are not healed inside, then it's going to show up in the external. And until you heal that, things are going to be a bit dicey. However, I do not believe that anyone needs to be completely healed in order to heal, become whole with their masculine and feminine inside, and also to come together with their feminine or masculine partners. That is a load of bull if anybody has told you that. That's part of this journey, right? Is to heal. Sometimes we, have periods of time where we do that by ourselves. Other times we reach out to our tribe. Sometimes it's about finding your tribe, and we reach out to each other and we help each other heal. But we don't stop. We interact with our tribe. We keep moving, and your partner is part of your tribe. Sometimes family members are part of your tribe. Sometimes people you are not related to are part of your tribe. So let's just start with anywhere where the collective is still feeling abandoned. Let's tune into where you abandon yourself first. Again, whether it's this lifetime or another lifetime. Look within and see where you ran. There was a situation that you ran from or to, and you have this shame. And so in this lifetime, whenever something good comes to you, you abandon first before the other person can abandon you. And that is such a bunch of self-sabotage, which isn't serving you. But don't expect other people to wait on you to get your crap together, People awaken at all different stages. People are at all different ages. Some people are older. Some people are younger. People like myself, I'm not sitting and waiting around for anybody. It's like, if you're not ready to go, then move on. And again, ready to go means you're willing to continue moving, continue shifting, continue doing the work. You know, when you're there, you are there when you're here. If that makes sense to you. All right, the next one I'm getting guided to is the earth element. So I'm just mixing the deck, picking cards, and I'm channeling as I do that. Wow, the energy feels so much better. I swear, every single reading that is out there right now is about the masculine not coming in. And it's like, you know what? I'm sick and tired of listening to the, oh, he's afraid. Oh, he's afraid. What's the feminine going to say? Guess what? You'll never know until you actually get up and go talk to her. And then I feel like, what's the worst if you go and talk to somebody and you really find out whether they want to accept you or not? If they're not willing to accept you, they are not for you. So that might be a hard pill to swallow. However, it is also refreshing, because that means that you're not walking down a path that is misleading, that you don't need to be walking down. All right. Let me pull some of these. Got my fairies. Oh. And the thing is like, you know, is the person you're afraid to talk to, are they really that scary? Now, if they're that scary, then maybe they're not healthy and they are not a healthy person for you to be around altogether. But if it's bringing up fear in you, then I really want you to tune into that fear of another person. Where there's fear in yourself, of accepting yourself, of loving yourself. What you're afraid someone else won't do for you, are you doing that yourself, right? So if you're afraid of someone not allowing communication, the question is, have you been allowing communication? Have you been initiating communication? And if you haven't been, okay, so get to the start, right? Let's just get started. Keep focusing on the past won't help. Keep focusing on this second, this moment won't do anything. Just get moving, right? No more running, no more chasing. Just stand there and open the damn door and see what's on the other side. And if there's a boogeyman on the other side, say boo back and frickin' shut the door if you want. There's even a message in that. If a boogeyman has come to visit you, he's there for a reason. He's there to show you there's something inside you that needs to be transformed. And they are there to help you recognize that. And it's not bad. They're all different frequencies of energies, right? Okay, so the fairy deck I picked out, that was for the minerals. All right, that's hilarious. The next one is fire. I feel like the next, well, let's just, all right. Okay. You want a partner, you want things to be different, stop crabbing about it and do something about it. Literally. If there's blockages there that are stopping you from doing it, get the help you need. Reach out to a good friend. Reach out to an energy healer like myself. Move through those barriers. Just get through it. Sitting in that looping pattern of the drama, it's an addiction. It is very addicting. And it's no joke. It's just as addictive as getting addicted to substances or work or food. Even exercise can be an addiction. Whatever it is, yeah. Some people are addicted to organizing. Some people are addicted to making messes and destruction. And to having people pick up after them. They're addicted to these looping patterns. And it literally siphons and stifles creativity. Okay. I've got 2 more. Wasn't expecting to take so many out, but I'm going with it. I'm not excited about it. Well, listen, I'm the one who was like, I've had it with this bullshit over not being ready. He's coming. If you're not ready, somebody else is going to be ready, right? Don't miss your opportunity, and then don't cry about it afterwards, right? You have the chance to get up and face your fears and move through it. And if you're not doing that, don't look at anybody else but yourself. I'm already feeling some angelic presences coming in and picking up a lot of this crusty debris around the wounding and of the heart, the back of the heart as well. Actually, I am going to put this up here so I remember which element it had to do with. I'm already feeling clarity come off. It was almost like this heavy, dense energy just hanging over consistently day after day after day and it not letting up. Whew. Almost like when some people love the rain, but just not seeing clearly consistently over time and it just lifts. You really feel a difference. Okay, I'm not getting, here we go. Okay. I'm going to put this deck over here. Okay, I got 1 more. And then we've already been getting to it, but we'll get even more into it. I'm feeling these goddesses coming through and helping as well. They're healing the feminine side. See, we keep talking about masculine, but our feminine sides need help too. Yeah. It's got to be the feminine and the masculine working together. And one can't be too far behind or it just doesn't work. It can't be the job of one person to always pull it together, always pull it up. They each have to be equally yoked. And that doesn't mean 50-50. It just means each person is doing their part, whatever their part is. And if you're tuned into the higher realms, If you're tuned into your higher self, then you know what your part is. And if you don't, again, look me up on spiritualjelly.com and we will figure that out together. Doesn't matter how old you are. Things can shift, things can change. Oh, and there's this other thing about age, right? Some people feeling like, oh, I'm too young for that person, or somebody feeling like they're too old. Definitely feel those emotions when they come up. Feel into it. I had that come to me a while ago. Maybe it was like a year ago or so. And I had to work through that. I felt like I was being shown that there would be an age difference. And I had to feel those raw feelings inside, right? Feeling like maybe I'm not good enough, I'm not pretty enough. Why couldn't they meet me when I was younger? Feeling like they wouldn't want me and all that garbage. And, I had to really look at that self-worth and that self-esteem and where that was coming from. Okay, this is ridiculous because these cards are throwing themselves on the floor, and I have not had that happen before. So, you definitely touched on something there. Okay, I'm going to line them up over there. Frankly, because I have no other room here. All right, let's get this going. Okay. The card we have is the Moon. And let's see what that's about. Hold on one second. It was the moon, the moon, the moon, the moon. Okay. Whew, feeling this pit in the seat of the sacral energy center. I'm really feeling this lack of acceptance. I'm going to say something about that. Sometimes you need to move forward, and that acceptance comes over time. It doesn't have to magically appear there. And the acceptance is inside. And as you move forward, you may just notice one day, hey, I feel better about myself. I accept myself. Here we go. I found the moon. Here, it all has to do with illusions, fears, anxieties about the future, and secrets. Lack of clarity. Well, if you're hiding things and you were not clear when communicating with a partner or a family member or whatever, clear it up. I mean, really, that's that. Okay, the next one is the Seven of Swords. Seriously, just go to them and clear it up. No matter what it looks like, no matter what it feels like. Okay, see? Seven of Swords, strategic action. And not being afraid to get caught in whatever it was that you did. Okay, so just really releasing that, letting go of that, cutting that cord. And the next card is the Knight of Wands. Okay. Knight of Wands, Knight of Wands, Knight of Wands. Come on, Knight of Wands. Why am I not seeing you? Here you are. Okay. Determination, hot blood, go-getter, risks. Yes. Yes, things can feel risky. Movement can feel risky. Move through the discomfort. And see what's on the other side. Okay, and the next card is the Two of Pentacles. Ooh, really feeling a wave of emotions coming up from the energy center, the sacral area below the navel. Oh, this is a real mother load of energy coming up. And I feel like this is relating to not having enough. Everybody's different, right? But I feel like a balanced person is not going to want to be with you for how many pentacles you have, how much money you have, how much material things you have. Material things could be lost in an instant. The energy that you create with someone says a lot about the pentacles that you have or that come in. Sometimes when two people have really good energy together, they are abundant together, whereas separately it's not happening because they are missing their counterpart. And they are meant to bring in that abundance together. Okay, I'm trying to see which deck this was. Okay, so that was the Goddess. Okay, so let's look at which goddess this is. Niang Neek. Let's see what she has to say. Whoops. I love it. Release the past. The Cambodian serpent deity embodies the cycle of life and the wisdom of transformation. Embrace the potency of shedding old skin and welcome renewal into your life. Just as Niang Neek's serpentine shape symbolizes regeneration, let her counsel motivate you to release the past. So forget about what all the exes did. Forget about whatever you did. I'm not saying what they did and what you did didn't happen. I'm just saying stop letting it hold you back. Isis, stop staying in those looping, addictive patterns. Create something different. It literally, it's that simple. That's what that is. Okay, Isis, trust your higher self. The Egyptian mother goddess guides you to awaken the magic within yourself. Tap into the power of intuition and the ability to heal and nurture others. Trust in your inner wisdom and higher self. Just as Isis resurrected her beloved Osiris, you have the power to transform and rise from life's challenges. So again, if you feel like coming forward to this other person, whether it's a family member or someone or a partner or someone you'd like to be a partner, know that you can rise from the challenge. And honestly, once you do, it's no longer considered a challenge. It's considered something that you've done. Okay, the next we're bringing in the water element. Unexpected visitors. Wait, let me just hold. Whoops. Let me hold that up a little more slowly. There we go. Oh, okay, that's number 41. If you expect the unexpected, you'll be prepared for miracles. I have to tell you, lately, I've been really having a little bit of trouble with this one. It's, that feeling of waiting on somebody else. And really, I know I can bring in whatever I need. So again, it's just a reminder, if something isn't coming to you, then it's not for you. And it is a hard pill to swallow. I had to let something go recently that I thought was 100% legit for me. I was just like, listen, if it's not coming in, I'm letting it go. I'm not sitting and pining away for somebody, waiting for them while they hide. I'm willing to work through things with you. I'm willing to get up and go together, but I am not willing to stall and sit here and sit in a looping toxic pattern of nothingness. That's not happening. I've been there. I've done that. No, thank you. All right. Next card is the One Ring Circus. You are capable and competent. See? Step into your journey today. Others may not have the vision or resources that you need. So I feel like a big focus is on, if you've gone to ask advice from other people and they gave you advice, and that's all good and well. But consider, sometimes people have their own wounds and their advice honestly isn't very helpful. They may want you to play it safe. They may not want you to take risks. They may have their own misperceptions, and they're actually holding you back. So you need to really, and actually sometimes it's helpful to get the wrong advice because it mirrors back to you what the truth is. Okay, we have solitude, but it came out in the reverse. So I am, let's see. I am comfortable in my own skin. So, but this is in the reverse. Too much solitude and separation is no good. I notice myself, like, when I'm by myself a little too much, I can feel disconnected. I feel too much. It's almost like getting stuck in the sludge. Getting too much stuck up in the head. I cannot emphasize enough that we need the connection. We need connection. If you are feeling disconnected, get connected. Again, go on my website, get connected. Staying at home and crying that nothing is working is not getting connected. Okay. The next card is Compass. Like, I'm sorry I'm being a little